everybody, and welcome to SimRace TV. We're live tonight from the USA International Speedway for the International Dirt Association Pro Late Models. Race number 5 here tonight, and guess what, folks? The points are in. So before we jump into anything else, let's take a look at the point standings, and we'll go over here one more time a little bit later on. But right now, Jarrett Murphy, your points leader, 5 points ahead of Nathan Kassler. We got Troy Steckwich in third, only 18 points back. JD Sass there, 21 points back. He's tied with Freeman. There's your top 5 in points right there. But we'll talk about that a little bit later, just to get y'all started, to let y'all know what's going on. And if you, hey, if you're a driver out there, you didn't know where you was at in the points, you've seen it right there. And if you want to go back and take a look at it, check us out on YouTube. You can rewind this live feed here on YouTube. We are on Facebook Live, YouTube and Twitch TV. So however you're watching, we definitely appreciate it. So I hope everybody gets ready for this one. Practice is winding down here at USA International Speedway here on SimRace TV. And of course, it's me, Jay Weezy, up here tonight. And I was looking at these times. Kendall Tucker right now, no stranger of being up front here, and he's won some races as well. Very fast driver. The 06 machine, the 00. He hadn't got a win here in the Pro Late Models here yet. But he's looking to get his first win here tonight at USA International Speedway. So we'll find out who's going to come out the winner here tonight. LIMALAND race number 1, Austin Carr. He brought home the win. Keith Hackney brought home race number 2 from KNOXVILLE Raceway. Hayden Cardwell pulled off the victory at VOLUSIA and LANIER. It was Chad Bolin last week. Maybe Chad Bolin can make it 2 in a row. Not sure if Chad's here tonight. Looking at these drivers out there right now, I'm not seeing Chad Bolin out there, so it's going to be hard to make it 2 in a row if you don't show up. But hey, it is what it is out there. Kendall Tucker, Daniel Shepard in second, Nathan Kassler third on the speed charts here. Jordan Casey and JD Brown rounds out the top 5. Keith Hackney's out there in the 69 machine. Good to see him back out there on the track, man. Been going through some stuff, man. So hey, man, we got some good news though, and it's always good to hear that, man. So get ready, qualifying is underway here. These guys are gonna take a lap or 2 around to see who can put it on the pole, to see if they can knock off Kendall Tucker. Right now, Kendall Tucker's showing to be the fastest one out there. Let's take a look. Thomas Coggins. He's out there on the track right now. The number 88 machine. Pull up this information here for you as he comes off of turn number 4 here with the hammer down. To take his first lap around. Looks good, coming through 1 and 2. Gets a good run down the backstretch here. This guy right, he might be able to set this one on the pole. Let's check him out here as he slides through turns number 3 and 4. And across that start finish line, it's gonna be a 21.801 for Thomas Coggins' first lap, as he's going to make him another lap around. That's good enough for second. I knew it looked good. I could tell. Right now, Todd Hook, he's on the pole right now. This guy, the number 19, and then all of a sudden, the 21 of Nathan Kassler. I call him the low-line legend. Look at him running around the bottom of the track down there by that grass, as he's going to make his second lap, his second attempt and throwing down a whopper, but not from BK here. The 21.627. Let's see if he can beat that time here this time by. It's going to be a 21.614. Still holding on to the top charts there. And the 090 there of Jaden Walker in second right now. Justin Walker in the 30 machine. He's in third. Todd Hook's in fourth. Wes Gwaltney he's out there as well. The driver of the number 81 machine. Watch out for this guy. Very talented drivers here tonight for the International Dirt Association. So get ready for a good one. Qualifying's underway. Then we're going to move on to heat races, and then we got a 50-lap main coming up. And I believe they're going to have a D, a C, and a B main. And in those, we're going to take 5 from the D, 5 from the B, or 5 from the D, 5 from the C, and 1 from the B main, for a total of 23 drivers. Hey, it's been a while. Let's see. Guys are still out there qualifying. They got about 2 minutes left. All right, dirt time. That's right, Brandon. We're at USA International Speedway tonight. In the pro late models, these guys know how to sling these cars around. They definitely know how to do one thing, and that's get dirty. Here we go. Wes Gwaltney's still out there running some laps. Currently in 8th right now. Take a look at the top 10 here in qualifying. Kendall Tucker threw down a good time there in the 06 machine. But it's not the 06 machine, it's the 00. 06 is the team. 21.527, that's a, wow, 0.024 over the number 2 driver, Keith Hackney. Nathan Kassler's in 3rd now with a 614. So 0.087 separating the top 3, which is less than a 10th right now. And we still have a couple cars out there on the track. Let's take a look at this CNC Motorsports here of Austin Carr, lead the number 6, and he's wrapping up his last lap. We also have Carl Young out there. Carl put down a 21.850, puts him in 13th. And I'm hoping that Carl has a good run here tonight. Carl's a very fast driver here from Indiana, by the way. Shout out to all the people from Indiana. Blake Cannon's out there right now. Let's take a look at this driver, the number 44. He's also a 06 driver here. 06 been running really well since they came together. Well, let's see if they can finish up in the top 3 here one more time. They did it last week. And they also, that was at the Southern Super Series Virginia Sands Memorial. They finished in the top. So that's all good. Here we go. Heat race number 1 is underway. And it's going to involve a lot of fast drivers. Let's take a look at our starting grid here for heat race number 1. As soon as these drivers get out there on the track. And real quick, if you just now tuned in, we'll take a look one more time real quick at the point standings. Jared Murphy, your points leader with 138, I believe, 36. Nathan Kassler's only 5 points behind. Troy Stuckwish in 3rd, 18 points out. JD Sass in 4th, 21 points out, tied with Jeremy Freeman for the top 5 there, or for the 4th spot. But there's your top 5 in points. So keep that in mind tonight. All right, let's go through our starting grid for tonight. Here at USA International Speedway for heat race number 1, it's going to be Kendall Tucker starting on the pole here. He's going to have the 090 of Jaden Walker on his outside, the 2nd row to the inside. That's going to be Jordan Casey in the 442. And he's going to have a beast on the outside of him, the 35 of Carl Young. 3rd row, that's going to be Josh Corkwell in the 58 machine. With Randy Brashears on his outside, the 123. The 18 of Jeremy Freeman starts off inside of that 4th row. And he's going to have the 28 of Chris Cox alongside him. And in that 5th row, last but not least, the 41 car of Stephen Brady. We get set to go green here for heat race number 1. It's going to be 8 laps, and the top 3 will advance. And we'll throw that up there here as soon as these guys get going. So good luck to all the drivers out there. And thanks to everybody for watching tonight's race here. Race number 5. Cut it. Cut the music. It's time to go racing. Hey, Mike Massey, I see you guys out there. Jeremy Freeman, Kendall Tucker. A couple other people out there. Thanks for watching. Here we go. Heat race number 2 the last time around for these drivers before they set sail down into turn number 1. Slideways. See who can pull off the win. Come on, throw out some of these drivers. Who are you going for in this one? I know there's going to be a lot of people going for that 00 machine. But watch out, Jaden Walker's out there. Jordan Casey, Carl Young, Josh Corkwell, Randy Brashears, Jeremy Freeman, Chris Cox, and Stephen Brady. A lot of drivers out there. Top 3 will advance as they set their way down into turn number 3. It's going to be on Kendall Tucker. He's going to throw that hammer down and set these guys off into turn number 1. Side by side for the lead. Jaden Walker trying to make a move on Kendall Tucker. Couldn't pull it off there. Kendall Tucker stretches it out on him just a little bit. And we got a battle side by side for that number 3 spot there. The 442. Cars are awful loud tonight. And awful fast there. Carl Young trying to take over that number 3 spot, but he's got some trouble on his inside there. Jordan Casey making it hard on him. Carl Young up on the high side. Jordan Casey running right around the bottom. Keep an eye on this battle as we throw up the top 3 here. Tucker, Walker, and Casey locked in right now. Young, Brashears, Corkwell, Cox, Freeman, and Brady still trying to move their way up through the field as Kendall Tucker starts to stretch it out on these guys. Jaden Walker being the first one there. Right behind him, Jordan Casey running strong in that number 3 spot. I'd like to see if Carl Young can move up in there into that top 3 and lock himself in. Right now, he's holding on to that 4 spot. If he can keep it out in front of Randy Brashears. Randy's in that 123 machine right there behind him. And he's starting to pull up a little bit closer to him, just like that 442. Trying to catch up to the 090 of Jaden Walker, all in the same time as Kendall Tucker pulls away as we're halfway through heat race number 1. Kendall Tucker's led all the laps here so far. Kendall Tucker's fastest lap is a 21.585. His last lap was a 21.709. Jaden Walker with a 21.813. And Jordan Casey with a 21.951. So the time's starting to drop off just a little bit as you look further back through the field. Jeremy Freeman looking pretty fast out there with a 21.8. We're keeping an eye on this last transfer spot right now. It's the 442 locked in. Carl Young, he's got some pressure from Randy. Randy's pulled right up to the back end of him here, but Carl's been able to hold off a hard charging Brashears. But one mistake and Randy could be up on the inside of Carl Young here. So Carl putting his head down and going to work here. 1 lap to go for Kendall Tucker as the white flag is out. That's gonna do it. There's your race winner right there. The 00 of Kendall Tucker brings home the win for heat race number 1. Jaden Walker and Jordan Casey will lock themselves in. Carl Young, he's gonna be the first one outside of that cutoff line, and he's gonna start on the pole in the B main or the C main or whatever main they put him in. They got about 3 of them coming up. So here we go. Heat race number 2 as we move on. We'll take you through the starting grid here in just 1 second. .00 looking strong tonight. That's right, Velvet. All right, cars are pulling off. So we'll take you through the starting grid here for heat race number 2. It's going to be the 69 of Keith Hackney starting on the pole. This heat race here with Austin Carnley, the number 6 machine, alongside him. In the second row to the inside is going to be Wes Gwaltney in the 81 machine with Jason Nash in that 199 alongside him. Third row is going to be Jason Minot there on the inside, the 014 machine. He's going to have Cody Canton Wine from Canton Wine's Diesel Performance, the number 10. On his outside there, third, where we at here? Third row, fourth row, fifth row? Hell, I don't know. Excuse me. Fourth row inside, the 14 of JD Brown. We all know how fast he is, at least I do. He's going to have Tim Christensen on his outside there in the 27 machine. And then we got the last car in the field, the number 23 machine of Brian Lambert here as these guys make their way down the backstretch for the final time. Keith Hackney is going to sling these things sideways down into turn number 1 and try to do the same thing as Kendall Tucker did. Lead all the laps and bring home the win here for heat race number 2. Pace truck getting set to pull off of the racing surface at the moment. Hackney wastes no time, hammers down immediately, gets a good start there as Austin Carnley follows suit along with Wes Gwaltney there. Your top 3 so far. We'll throw this back up. Hackney, Carnley, and Gwaltney right now, your top 3 locked in. First one out, Jason Nash, Jason Myatt. We had a little bit of trouble. We got a side-by-side battle there for 5th. JD Brown. Oh no, a little contact, but they work through it here. We got a battle between Jason Nash and JD Brown as Nash is up on the high side, Brown down on the bottom. These two guys fighting for that number 5 spot here as they're gonna have to get around that 014 machine to take over 4th. And then the 81, that's Wes Gwaltney. He's the last one above that cutoff line. Let's see if the 014 Minot can get around that 81 of Gwaltney. Right now, Gwaltney looking good there as he's holding him off as the 69 of Keith Hackney leads another lap here around USA International Speedway. Gwaltney starting to catch up to the back bumper of Carnley. They're starting to stack up here. Gwaltney, little bobble off of turn number 4 there as Jason Minot takes over. Well, tries to take over the number 3 spot. Top 3 stays the same here as we're halfway through heat race number 2. Carnley and Gwaltney, Minot and Brown pretty much nose to tail right there. 3rd, 4th, 5th. Little gap there after. Look at Keith Hackney go right now. He's opened up a gap to 1.4 seconds over 2nd place Austin Carnley. Carnley's got a battle right behind him. Wes Gwaltney still going at it with the 014 Minot. That is for this transfer spot here for heat race number 2. As the laps are winding down off of turn number 4, it's going to be one more time around for Keith Hackney. Oh, stack up just a little bit. That opens the door for JD Brown, and he takes it. Gwaltney drops back to 5th. Brown needs one more spot. Can he get it from Jason Minot? 014 battling with Carnley for that number 2 spot. That might open the door here for JD Brown, and not gonna do it. Hackney, Carnley, and Minot locks themselves in. JD Brown, the first one below that cutoff line as Keith Hackney steals the win for heat race number 2. And we move on to heat race number 3. What a race. All right, cars are rolling off here to start heat race number 3. It's going to be the 21 of Nathan Kastler starting on the pole. The number 30 of Justin Walker alongside him there in that first row. Second row, the 88 of TJ Coggins. Alongside him is going to be the 124 of Troy Stuckwish in the third row. We're going to have Charles Silvas, Hollywood Charles Silvas in the 34 machine, starting on the inside there. On his outside, the 772 of Brett Boltzmann. And I know I butchered that name. Sorry, Brett. But either way, the fourth row is going to go to Ralph Connor Jr. and Richard Stallings. They're side by side. Ralph Connor on the insides. And on the last place there, the number 17 machine of Justin Sick. Final time around here before we go green, and Nathan Kastler slams that pedal to the metal to try to do the same thing that Keith Hackney and Kendall Tucker did, lead all the laps and come off with the win here. Heat race number 3 about to get underway as these cars drive down the backstretch into turn number 3. Pace truck getting set to pull off of the racing surface and leave it wide open for Kastler, Walker, Coggins, Stuckwish, Silvas, Boltzmann, Connor Jr., Stallings, and Sick. Here we go. Green flags out. Kastler with the pedal to the metal. Coggins side by side with Walker. Contact with Ralph Connor Jr. there. He hits the back end there, Charles Silvas, but they get it straightened out. And Charles Silvas holds on to that spot but not without trouble there. A little bit of contact up front. Troy Stuckwish loses a little bit of ground there. Oh, the 30 of Justin Walker. He doors the 88. The 88 crossed him over TJ Coggins as he moves to the inside. These guys door to door banging off of turn number 4. The 30 gets into the wall just a little bit. And here comes Connor Jr. Ralph Connor Jr. throws it down in there. The 30 car up out the way to take over the number 5 spot here. Kastler really opening up a can here in this one as he is way out front. Troy Stuckwish, he's up to second. Thomas TJ Coggins, the last one in that transfer spot that's locked into the main here. Charles Silvas, the 34. He's trying to catch up to him as we're coming up on halfway in heat race number 3. We got a race going on back here between the 30 of Justin Walker, Justin Sick, Richard Stallings. All these guys battling it out, and right in front of them, Charles Silvas, Troy Stuckwish, and TJ Coggins. Coggins moves up to the number 2 spot. Troy Stuckwish, he's in that 3rd position right now. Locked in, but he's starting to have some company in his rearview mirror. The 34, Hollywood Charles Silvas. Looking fast there as you see the 124 of Stuckwish. Lose a little bit of time there coming off of turn number turn number 2. Charles Silva's trying to reel in Stuckwish to take over that spot. Running out of time here. Heat race number 3 for Hollywood Charles Silvas. Nathan Kastler is out 3.2 seconds ahead of TJ Coggins in second. This one's all but done here for Nathan Kastler, and Hollywood Charles Silvas puts the move on Stuckwish, and they drag race down the backstretch here. This is a battle for that transfer spot here. Stuckwish with a nose out front as Kastler takes the win. Stuckwish is going to be the last one to transfer on there. TJ Coggins comes home in second, so we got Kastler with the win, Coggins, and Troy Stuckwish. They're going to be moving on to the main event. Hollywood Charles Silvas threw the kitchen sink at it, couldn't get it, but heck of a race there for that last transfer spot. as we move on to heat race number 4. It's climber time. Here we go, heat race number 4. 3 more cars looking to lock themselves into the main here. The 50-lap race coming up here tonight at USA International Speedway. Let's take you through the starting grid here for this heat race here. Heat race number 4. Noah Samples is going to be the pole sitter, starting on that first row with the to his outside, the number 19 of Todd Hook. Second row inside, the 515 of Jesse Isidore. And JD Sass is going to be alongside him in the 022 machine. Third row is going to be Jarrett Murphy in the 25, the points leader. Third row outside, well, it's going to be Daniel Shepard in the number 1 machine. Fourth row, Johnny Broking, the 145 machine. He's going to be on the inside. On his outside, Joshua Hessen, the 118. And last but not least, the Cannon. Another 06 driver here, the 44 machine, trying to work his way from the back to the front to lock himself in here. And no doubt about it, he might do that. We'll see what happens. I'd say the G29 there, James Powers Gonzalez. I like it. Works good for me. A lot of high dollar stuff out there, so don't get caught up in the money. They all work pretty good. Here we go. Pace truck getting set to pull off the track. Noah Samples wastes no time as he puts the pedal to the metal, but the 19 of Todd Hook, he was all over him there on that restart. Noah moves him up the track just a little bit there, and that opens up the door for Jesse Isidore in that 515 right now. It's Samples, Isidore, and Sash, your top 3. And Blake Cannon already up to 4th, and he is fighting with the 25 of Jarrett Murphy for that spot. Look at the 44 go as he is all the way up into that number 4 spot. He needs one more position to lock himself in. And here he comes, here the 44, trying to get around JD Sass. He's on the inside with Jarrett Murphy locked on to his back bumper as they go door to door through turns number 1 and 2. The 44, Blake Cannon, gains a lot of ground there, takes over that number 3 transfer spot. Now he's looking to run down Jesse Isidore there in the 515 as our race leader Noah Samples starts to open up that lead. He's about 0.6, 0.7 seconds out in front of our second place driver there, Jesse Isidore. JD Sass goes around. The 1 has nowhere to go. Daniel Shepard, he gets caught up in that one there. And our top 3 moving on around the track here with no hesitation. Noah Samples still the race leader here as we're approaching halfway. Blake Cannon, he is fighting for that number 2 spot after starting dead last in this heat race. Looking to take over that number 2 spot. Jesse Isidore slides up the track. Cannon powers by him on the inside, and they slide down through turns number 3 and 4. One more car ahead of Blake Cannon as he won't be the first one to start at the tail end and come home with the win, because Keith Hackney already accomplished that here at Eldora, but he will be the second driver to do that. As we keep an eye on Blake Cannon, Jesse Isidore looking good right now. Jarrett Murphy, he's the first one below that cutoff line. The 25 machine, you see him right here. Samples starting to lose some ground to Blake Cannon. Blake's got it cut down to 0.6. White flag on the racetrack here for Noah Samples. Noah having a little bit of trouble with his connection there as you see him disappear for just a second. Blake Cannon not wasting no time as the checker flag comes out for Noah Samples. He's gonna win heat race number 4. Blake Cannon, Jesse Isidore will be locked in. Jared Murphy, Broking, Hook, Hessen, Sass, and Shepard. They're gonna have to fight it out in these mains coming up here. Here we go. This is gonna be 5 drivers that move on out of this one. This is the D main. Top 5 will move on as the sun starts to set here at USA International Speedway. Actually, you know, it was just dark, so everything reset here. So it's daytime a little bit, well, sunset. All right, let's go through our starting grid for this D main here. Up front on the pole, it's going to be the number 1 of Justin Walker in the 30 machine. Alongside him is going to be Todd Hook in the 19. Second row inside, it's the 18 of Jeremy Freeman with Cody Cantwine in the number 10 on his outside there. Third row is going to be Justin Sick in the 17 machine. He's got Joshua Hessen alongside him, the number 118. Fourth row is going to go to Chris Cox and Tim Christensen. It'll be the 28 or the 27. The 28 and the 27. Fifth row is going to be Brett Boltman, the 772 machine, and the 022 of JD Sass starting alongside him in that fifth row. Sixth row, Stephen Brady in the 41 with Brian Lambert in the 23 alongside him. The last row is going to be Richard Stallings in the 175 and Daniel Shepard in the 1 machine. A lot of great drivers out there in this one. A lot of drivers out there in this one. This one's going to be 14 cars. Top 5 will move to the C main. This is the D main. Taking 5 cars out of this one and 5 cars out of the next one. And then 1 car out of the B main. So here we go. Pace trucks getting set to pull on the pit row here one more time. And it's going to be Justin Walker with the pedal to the metal. Jeremy Freeman. And Cody Cantwine. Todd Hook. All these guys up front. We got trouble in the back there. Looks like Brett Boltman got in some trouble. These guys come sliding through turns number 3 and 4. The 17 goes around. Looked like he had contact. Justin Sick. That's going to be trouble for him. I believe 40 cars showed up for this one. Only 22 will make the show. Not Richard Stallings, the 27 of Tim Christensen goes around. Hard impact for a couple other cars. I believe Justin 6th and 13th. Stephen Brady back in 14th. Back up front, the 30 of Justin Walker. He is leading these guys around. We got a battle side by side around him, and Jeremy Freeman's going to win that battle over Todd Hook in the number 19 machine. Cody Cantwine, he's fighting for that number 4 spot with Joshua Hessen. Looks like Cody wins that battle with Joshua Hessen there for that number 4 spot. But Joshua Hessen has nothing to worry about right now. Locked in. He is 5th, the last one above that cutoff line. We'll throw that up there right now. It's Walker, Freeman, Hook, Canton Wine, and Hessen. They are locked in. Daniel Shepard, after starting dead last, he is already trying to run down that number 5 driver there, Joshua Hessen, and he's doing a fine job at doing it up front. Justin Walker, 1.6 seconds out in front of Jeremy Freeman. Jeremy Freeman 2/10 ahead of Todd Hook, and then Cody Canton Wine, he's about 9/10 behind Todd Hook there. So we got a battle right here. Cody Canton Wine, he's in 4th. Joshua Hessen, he's in 5th. And Daniel Shepard wants both of those spots in that number 1 machine as he powers down on the bottom here, pulls up next to the 118 of Joshua Hessen. Hessen holds him off on that straightaway. 5 laps to go here for this D main. Daniel Shepard looking good right now, but just can't find a way around Hessen in the 118. He's gonna try it one more time down on the bottom. Can he make it bite off of the corner? They're gonna drag race down the front stretch. 4 laps to go. Oh, Hessen in the wall there. Cody Canton Wine bobbles it, and that's gonna open up the door for Daniel Shepard. Daniel takes over that number 5 spot there to lock himself into the next main, the C main. Like I said, this is the D main. I don't know why it says C main. I'm gonna figure that out one day. Hessen pulls up to the back bumper of Daniel Shepard. Nothing to worry about up front as Justin Walker opens up a gap. 2.1 seconds over Jeremy Freeman. Todd Hook running strong in 3rd. Our first battle was between Cody Canton Wine and Daniel Shepard, which came all the way from the tail end, 14th position. Now he's looking to take over that number 4 spot from Cody Canton Wine here, and they are battling side by side. That's another 06 driver there, Daniel Shepard. He's trying to make it from the back to the front, and right now he's done so. There, a little contact. Hessen and Cody Canton Wine get together there. That might hurt the number 10 machine, and it does. Daniel Shepard works his way up to 4th to lock himself in. Justin Walker with the win for the D main. Jeremy Freeman, Todd Hook, Daniel Shepard, and Joshua Hessen locked themselves in. All the other guys gonna have to fight it out another day. Actually, another race. Here it comes. They're gonna fight it out in this one. We got another one coming at you. This is the C main. Top 5 will advance out of this one to the B main, where they only take 1 car. Let's take a look at our starting grid here for the C main. For race number 5 at USA International Speedway, Carl Young gonna be starting in that number 1 spot with JD Brown in the number 14 alongside him. That's gonna be a good battle. 2nd row, well, that's gonna be Charles Silvas in the 34. He's gonna have Jarrett Murphy alongside him in the 25 car. 3rd row is gonna be Randy Brashears, the 123. And Wes Gwaltney in the 81. 4th row is going to be Ralph Connor Jr., the number 4, and the 145 of Johnny Broking. 5th row is going to be Josh Corkwell in the 58 and Jason Nash in that 199. And 6th row, we got Justin Walker in the 30. We seen him have some trouble there in that last one. Let's see if he can redeem himself. He's going to have Jeremy Freeman, the number 18, alongside him. In the 6th row there, the 7th row is going to be Todd Hook in the number 19. And once again, Daniel Shepard starting 14th again. Maybe that 14th is good luck. Here we go. The last row starting 15th. It's going to be Joshua Hessen, the 118. Joshua had a good run going in that last race there. Ended up getting into some trouble there later on in the race. That's going to put him a little further back in the field here for this main. Carl Young looking to take home the win. Let's see if he can do it. It's going to be 12 laps coming up. Top 5 will advance to the B main, where they will take one car, I believe. Let's take a quick look. It says 5 and 8. Okay. Well, they're taking 5 here. Top 5, Carl Young, your race leader. He gets out to a great start there with J.D. Brown in second. Charles Silvas, he's running strong in the number 3 spot. Look at Jared Murphy, our points leader, the 25, side by side with J.D. Brown right now, trying to make something happen. They got a 3-wide battle a little further back. The 123 goes around. That's Randy Brashears. Big trouble for a lot of these cars. The 1 of Daniel Shepard, he gets collected in that as well. Up front, Carl Young's trying to run away from J.D. Brown with Jared Murphy hot on J.D.'s back bumper. Charles Silva sent fourth. Ralph Connor Jr. rounds out the top 5 right now. These top 5 drivers, actually the top 4 pretty much nose to tail these guys. Carl Young has a little bit of trouble, and J.D. Brown takes over the race lead. Young drops back to second with a battle between him and Jared Murphy. Charles Silva's just waiting for the next move. Brown, Young, Murphy, Silvas, and Connor right now locked in. Ralph Connor Jr. starting to become under fire here from the number 30 machine of Justin Walker. Justin throws it down in there, and they're going to drag race down the front stretch. Here comes the 145 of Johnny Broking trying to catch up. He loves what he's seeing in his mirror. These guys battling side by side right in front of him. Oh, contact. Looks like the number 19 of Todd Hook taps the wall just a little bit. No harm, no foul. And this thing stays. This battle continues in front of him. Top 4 nose to tail with J.D. Brown as your race leader. J.D. knows how to lead these guys around, and he's doing it right now. 6 laps to go. J.D. Brown, Carl Young, Jared Murphy, Charles Silvas, and Justin Walker, your top 5. Carl gets a little bit out of the groove there. Young in the 35. He drifts up the track. Jared Murphy couldn't make it happen, though. Still trying to get around Carl Young. Carl's holding on to that number 2 spot with all he's got. J.D. Brown having no trouble leading these guys around. We got a battle between Justin Walker and Ralph Connor Jr. there for that number 5 spot. As they drag race down the front stretch into turn number 1, the 30 throws it down in there. Ralph Connor Jr. up on the high side. Here comes Johnny Broking, the 145. He's going to pull up on the back bumper of Connor Jr. Broking has to check up, has to lift there, not to take out Justin Walker in the 30 while he's battling with Ralph Connor Jr. Right now, Ralph Connor Jr. doing all he can to hold on to that number 5 spot. Here comes the 30 as he powers down on the bottom. They touch, coming off down the backstretch. Still side by side for that number 5 spot, that last transfer spot here with the white flag out. The 30 gains a little bit of ground on the bottom, and then here comes that momentum from the high side. Ralph Connor Jr. clears the 30 of Justin Walker. Johnny Broken running out of time here. He's trying to put a move on Justin. That's gonna do it. JD Brown gets the win. Carl Young comes in second. Jared Murphy, Charles Silvas, and Ralph Connor Jr. rounds out the top 5. Oh, they're taking 8. Oh, I think they took 8 cars on that one. Blake. Final practice here. They get a few minutes to make some last minute adjustments to that Pro Late model before the big race here tonight, the 50 lapper here at the dirt track. I mean, at the USA International Speedway. Riding along right now with Kendall Tucker. As day becomes night here at USA, the track's starting to cool off. Let's take a look at our weather. John Marine. What's up, John? The accountant in the building. All right, let's take a look at the weather here at tonight's race from the USA International Speedway. Right now, the air is 65. The track temp is 67. Nice and cool out there. Maybe a little bit of grip for these guys. Track looks like it is starting to slicken up just a little bit. And that will play a role on how these cars react. Who you got winning this race? Let me know if you're out there and you know who's gonna win. And let's get a spoiler alert. Come on, tell us who it's gonna be. What's up, Derek? D-Rick Myers in that building. Looking at these speeds, looks like Kendall Tucker hitting about 128 miles an hour there before he dives off into turn number 3. So these speeds at USA, man, they really get up there quite a bit as Kendall Tucker's battling with one of these drivers. I'm not sure who he's running against here. It might be Carl Young from the looks of the paint scheme there. Oh, the 88. That's TJ Coggins. Yours or mine, Brandon? Looks like Kendall Tucker found what he needed. He's gonna go into pit row and make some last minute adjustments there. Looking at these times right now, your fastest drivers, Noah Samples right now on the top. Keith Hackney in second. Blake Cannon, Nathan Kessler, and Jaden Walker round out the top 5 here. As these guys running some final practice laps and make some last minute adjustments. Tell me who you got. Come on. I know you're out there. Who's going to win this race? That's the question. Do you have a driver? Who's your favorite driver? Oh, 10-4. 10-4, Brandon. All right. Well, if you're scared to tell me who you think's going to win, I'll tell you who I think's going to win. All right, let me look at some of these drivers here. I'm not going to go based off of fastest time, but I tell you what, the 44 machine, the 14 of JD Brown, the 44 Blake Cannon, Keith Hackney, 69 machine, Kendall Tucker, of course, Jesse Isidore, All right, well, if you don't want to answer that, let's see. Is it going to be HRE Motorsports? Is it going to be 06? Is it going to be Coast to Coast? What team's going to win this one? Tell you what, HRE and 06, it's going to be hard to beat. Coast to Coast as well. All right, we got one guy says Cannon, the 44 machine. That's a good pick there. It's a good pick. He's on Twitch. All right, practice is over. You know what that means. These guys are about to get dirty here on Sim Race TV. I'm Jay Weezy. Here we go. Race number 5 about to get underway. The International Dirt Association live from the USA International Speedway. We got a lot of fast drivers here tonight. Let's go through our starting grid for this main event, the feature race here. 50 laps coming right up. And your pole sitter is going to be the 00 of Kendall Tucker. On his outside, that's going to be the 69 machine of Keith Hackney. Second row, that's going to be Nathan Kassler in the 21 machine. I call him the low line legend. Then we got Noah Samples, the number 8 machine alongside him. Third row, the 090 of Jaden Walker. And Austin Carnley is going to be alongside him, the number 6. Fourth row goes to the 88 machine of Thomas TJ Coggins. On his outside, it's going to be the 44 of Blake Cannon. 06 Motorsports right now. Looks like Kendall Tucker on the pole. The 44 Blake Cannon in 8th. Alongside Blake Cannon in that 4th row, we're going to have, I apologize. We're going to move on to the 5th row, the 442 of Jordan Casey. As you look at your points leader there in the 25 machine. On the outside of Jordan Casey, the 014 of Jason Minot. 6th row, the 124 of Troy Stuckwish. And the 515 of Jesse Isidore from Narwhal Bloodbath. Big shout out to Jesse Isidore, man. I hope he wins this thing. JD Brown's going to be starting on the inside of the 7th row with Carl Young alongside him in the 35 machine. 8th row is going to be Jared Murphy, your points leader, in the number 25 machine. He's going to have Hollywood Charles Silvas, the number 34, alongside him there. 9th row is going to be Ralph Connor Jr., the number 4. Actually, looks like Ralph moved it to the back. All right, well, Justin Walker in the number 30 machine. Then we got Johnny Broking and Todd Hook as we get set to go green here for race number 5. Kendall Tucker puts the power down, and we're green flag racing. We're under caution here quickly. It was a tricky start there for the initial start tonight. These guys flying around, almost thought the caution didn't come out. All right, let's go back and take a look and see what happened to put us under caution here for our first caution. I know that the number 6 of Austin Carnley was involved, so we'll go back. Here we go. Oh, a little late. Let's try this one more time. They slide down in the corner here, and they are all stacked up. The 515 of Jesse Isidore goes around. Thomas Coggins spins. Austin Carnley goes around as well. A lot of drivers make it through that. JD Brown, Jared Murphy, Blake Cannon, they all get through safely. We'll have a caution or two here at the beginning of this one, and then we'll get it all sorted out, and these babies will go around here flying. We got a good race coming at you tonight. And while we're under caution and we got a second, let's take a look at the points again. One more time. Jared Murphy, your points leader, 5 points ahead of Nathan Kessler. Troy Stuckwish in third. JD Sass and Jeremy Freeman there tied for fourth. That's going to be your top 5. JD Brown in there trying to move his way up the point standings list there, so he's got a long way to go. The 14 of JD Brown right now in 10th. Blake Cannon right now in 7th. So we take our first restart of the night. This one, it's going to be double file. It's going to be Kendall Tucker on the pole, Keith Hackney on the outside, Noah Samples and Nathan Kessler in the next row. That's the second row. Third row is going to be 090 of Jaden Walker and Blake Cannon. Fourth row is going to be Jordan Casey, Jason Minot, Troy Stuckwish and JD Brown, Johnny Broken and Charles Silvas. Here we go, getting set one more time. Green. A little bit better restart, some trouble there, but they get it together, and it stays green. They make it through the first turn. We got a race going on up front between Kendall Tucker and Keith Hackney. Right now, it's Kendall Tucker out front, Keith Hackney in second, Nathan Kessler, Blake Cannon, Noah Samples rounds out the top 5. 6 laps down, lap number 7 right now underway here as they make their way down the backstretch. Kendall Tucker with a little bit of a lead over Keith Hackney. Let's get a closer look at this battle. These two guys going at it for the race lead. 06, your leader, HRE running second. Hackney getting closer as this race goes on. Kendall Tucker still the race leader right now. Hackney putting the pressure on Kendall right now. Both of them running right around that inside line. HRE, Keith Hackney, went to make a move to the outside. Couldn't pull it off here as they slide through turns number 1 and 2 one more time here. 12 laps down, 38 to go. They touch. Oh, Hackney bangs the inside wall. That's going to slow him down and give Kendall Tucker that little bit of space that he needed. In the meantime, we got Kessler and Cannon going at it side by side right behind them. That's for that number 3 spot. Nathan Kessler using the high line. Blake Cannon using the bottom. Kendall's trying to starting to stretch it out just a little bit. He's got about a 0.4 of a second lead over second place Keith Hackney. Blake Cannon works over Nathan Kessler, and then him and Hackney make a little bit of contact, and that opens up the door for Nathan. Now Nathan still in this one for the number 3 spot. And I know Kessler, he wants that bottom lane, but right now Blake Cannon's got it, and he's gonna cross him over and try to make a move to the inside here this time. Cannon starting to get closer to Hackney's back bumper. I hear you. Oh, man. Side by side, it's Cannon and Hackney. For number 2, Cannon on the inside, slides across and up the track just a little bit there. Now they're battling door to door. Hackney playing defense just a little bit. Tries to close the door there on Blake Cannon, but Cannon makes his way around Hackney. Now Cannon in second. Can he run down Kendall Tucker? Kendall out front by 1 second over Blake Cannon right now. 06 running 1-2 HRE in second. Third place goes to Nathan Kessler right now. I'm not sure what team Nathan's on. Maybe y'all can enlighten me. Noah Sample's starting to show up in the mix right now. He's in 5th, but he's getting ever so close to the back end of Nathan Kessler. As we are still green, lap number 22 of 50 here at USA International Speedway. One, two, pretty much by themselves right now. The closest battle is this pack right here, which is Hackney, Kessler, and Noah Samples invites himself into battle with Nathan and Keith. What's up? We got a good one going on right here. Hackney's able to hold off Nathan Kessler for now. Now Kessler has his hands full of Noah Samples. Noah is there. Moves to the bottom. Just not the speed he needs along that straightaway to get around Nathan Kessler. Let's take a little bit further look back here at these guys. JD Brown, the 14, Jarrett Murphy, Troy Stuckwish, and Jordan Casey. This is for 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. We're a little past halfway here in this one. About 22 laps to go. And it's still under green here at USA. Murphy puts a move on Johnny. Or Jason Minot, sorry. That's Jason Minot in the 014. Jarrett Murphy makes his way around. Jarrett moving up. He's up to 11th here. That's your points leader. Started a little bit further back than he'd like. Blake Cannon starting to get closer to Kendall Tucker up front. He's got it down to 0.3 of a second after coming back from 1.2 seconds back. Blake is there now. Kessler and Samples going at it for that 4th spot, side by side right now. Blake Cannon is all over the back of Kendall Tucker up front. Hackney running strong in the number 3 spot, no pressure from behind. Noah Samples running it right around the bottom. But Nathan Kessler just has that run along the straightaways here as he is running the high line right up next to the wall. That's exactly where our race leader, Kendall Tucker, and second, Blake Cannon is running right now as Kendall has opened up a little bit of a gap over him. Almost 0.2 of a second, well, 0.2 of a second over second right now. Oh, Blake Cannon throws it down in there to try to take the lead away. We got a battle for our first position. Cannon made a move for it, couldn't do it. Kendall Tucker retakes the lead here. Oh, Kessler in the wall just a little bit. Now he's got his hands full of Noah still. Noah's fighting hard here tonight. Looks like he might have him clear, but then here comes that momentum from the high side as Kessler powers by him on the outside. Noah fast along the bottom, but just don't have that speed along the straightaways here. Right now. Kendall Tucker out front by 0.3 over Blake Cannon. Keith Hackney, he's about 2.2 seconds back. So these guys really checked out over 3rd place Keith Hackney right now. They're on a whole new planet. But looking at the lap times, they're pretty close. Kendall Tucker a 22.4, Blake Cannon a 22.3, Keith Hackney a 22.4, Nathan Kessler a 22.4. That was their last lap, by the way. Kendall kind of found his groove now. Tucker looking good up front, leading a lot of laps here tonight. Looking to get his first win here in the Pro Late Models. And looking really good out there tonight here at USA International Speedway. Noah Samples still fighting with Nathan Kassler here, and he's about got him clear, and he got it. Noah moves up into that number 4 spot, knocking Nathan Kassler back to 5th. Let's take a look further back. Jaden Walker, he's running in 6th. Troy Stuckwish, he's running 7th. JD Brown right behind him there, trying to run him down. JD up to 8th after coming from 14th. Johnny Broking, he's running 9th right now, the 145 car, and 10th. We got a battle between Jared Murphy and Justin Walker, along with Thomas TJ Coggins, the 88 right now. Jared Murphy and Thomas Coggins going at it. Time running out for Blake Cannon as Kendall Tucker has a 1 second lead now. He's opened it up, starting to stretch it out. TJ wins that battle over Jared Murphy and himself. 5 laps to go for Kendall Tucker here for race number 5. And off of turn number 4, Kendall Tucker coming to the 2 to go. This time by. Long as he has enough gas and he hits his marks, should be no problem taking home the win here for race number 5 over his teammate Blake Cannon. Hackney and Samples going at it. They're door to door here with the white flag in the air. Last time around for Kendall Tucker. And we got a battle for that number 3 spot. Noah Samples side by side with Hackney as they dive down into turn number 3. Samples running the bottom. Hackney up on the high side with that momentum. Can he get it? Noah Samples steals away the number 3 spot from Keith Hackney. Kendall Tucker brings home the win tonight at USA International Speedway, and he did it in a fine fashion there. Kendall Tucker, congratulations on the win. Blake Cannon in 2nd, Noah Samples in 3rd. Hang tight, we're gonna talk to those 3 drivers. Noah Samples finishes on the podium tonight. That's good to see. So we take a look at our drivers lining up on the front straightaway here. We're gonna get these guys ready for driver interviews, so hang tight. If you got a question you wanna ask one of these drivers, you just let me know. We'll try to get it out there. All right, we're gonna pull up our first driver here. The driver of the number 8 car, he fought hard out there tonight. He drove his tail off, and it shows. Noah Samples, it's Jay Weezy. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
How about that, man? It's good to see you finishing good tonight here at USA. Started what, 4th?
Yeah, I think it was 4.
Hey, man, a lot of good battles out there between you and Hackney, man, but you managed to make it work there later in the race, and you pulled it off, man. Come home on the podium. What about this track, man? Is this one of your good tracks?
This is my second favorite track. I had it's besides the Hackney battle there at the end. Me and Casper ran side by side for probably 15, 20 laps. I don't know. It was forever.
Yeah, I'd say the better part of 15 or 20. Yeah, it was a great race you guys put on, man. You know, the problem you was having with him is he was getting that good run down the straightaways, having that momentum up on the high side. What got you around him? What you finally got around him? What was it?
I just sit there and ride his bumper going down the straightaway and hope he messes up going in. That's what happened. He got in there and a little bit too hot or something, got a little bit sideways, and I took it.
Absolutely, man. What a race you put on tonight. Man, Noah looks good out there. Are we planning on seeing you on the podium here in the future, or are you just going to make a one-time?
I'll be there. I should have been at LANIER, but I had some issues in qualifying and cost it.
Oh yeah, you know, a lot of fast drivers over here, man. What you did tonight ain't easy, and hey man, I congratulate you. My hat's off to you. Hard fought battle tonight, but you're gonna come home third. Anybody want to think?
Yeah. Blake, everybody that works behind the scenes with this league, putting it, and you for broadcasting.
Oh, that's nice of you. Well, we appreciate you, man.
Go Cats.
Oh, okay. Go Cats. I got you. Hey, man, I respect that. Hey, good job out there tonight, and it's always fun talking to you.
See you.
The driver, the number 8, Noah Samples, pulls it off in third tonight, man, after fighting his tail off. Good to see that. Let's get a talk in with our second place finisher tonight. After starting 8th, actually started last in his heat race and come home with a great finish there after battling his way up through the back. Same thing here tonight. He dodged some adversity at the beginning, but he finished second tonight. Blake Cannon, it's Jay Weezy. You got a copy?
Yeah, you got me.
Man, could you have done anything different to get around your teammate? I know he's fast, man, but you got to him there for a second, and you actually made a move on him. What kept you from getting around him?
Oh, man, I screwed myself in qualifying, and I didn't even get a lap in. Starting last in the heat, I was able to get up to second, so really that was a heck of a race for me, and then to be able to start kind of up towards the front, not really in the feature, was really good. We had a lot of green flag laps, but once I got to second and got around Keith, I run him down from I think it was maybe a second and a half or something. So I run him down. I don't know, man. I moved down to the bottom and I made a move on him, and I could see his guys over there signaling him to go down. So the next lap he went down, and after that, there was no way I was going to get around him or on the bottom. So I had to try stuff and just made one mistake with about 10 to go. I got sucked into the backstretch wall a little bit and kind of threw my toe off, and after that I was off the pace.
Yeah, well, you guys kind of stretched it out there, so that little bit of damage, it didn't hurt you too bad, man. But hey, great run for you and great run for y'all as a team, man. Anybody want to thank?
Yeah, man, just want to thank everybody at Z6. Kendall, he did a heck of a job tonight. He's improving week by week, so just gotta give a huge thanks to him for all the help tonight. He was a big part of my success tonight, so I gotta thank him, Daniel, Mason, Hayden, Jordan. Jordan run pretty good. I know he doesn't really run good in these cars, and neither do I. So we're making big strides as a team, and I can't wait till the next race. I just gotta thank Augusta Aquatics, Maxis, and Easy Go. And you know, gotta thank you and the series as well. You know, IDA is a great series, and I love running it.
Hey man, you really showed up tonight. Everybody knew you was there. You did a heck of a job out there, man. Good job.
Thanks, man. Hopefully one of these nights I'll be able to, you know, be the last one on the interview.
Hey man, you know, I've did it before with you. You know, you ain't no stranger to victory lane. It's just you got some fast teammates, you know.
Oh, that's right. You know, that's not necessarily a bad problem to have. It's just you know, you gotta step up your personal program a little bit. So running 40 perfect laps out of 50 isn't gonna cut it now.
Oh yeah, you know, and it's really important to start on the pole. You know, when you got Kendall Tucker starting out front, it's really hard to beat him, man. But you did all but get around him. If anybody could have done it, it could have been you, though, man. But good run tonight.
Thanks, man. I really do appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. All right, let's move on to our winner tonight, Kendall Tucker. He really dominated here tonight at USA International Speedway. Started on the pole, finished on the pole, won his heat race, and he's going to pull off his first win here tonight. Kendall, it's Jay Weezy. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Was you getting nervous there? Because I seen him take a move to the inside of you there for a second, but he just couldn't quite pull it off, man. What was you thinking right there?
Yeah, well, I mean, I knew Blake was he's gonna be fast in the feature. I hate that for him and qualifying and stuff. But he rebounded real well in the heat and stuff. Got him a good start in the A. But yeah, at the beginning of the race there, I just didn't really know exactly where to be on the track. The top was just about as good as the bottom, and I was really more comfortable up top. At the beginning, I mean, I was just really slow. Keith was killing me on the bottom. So he was behind me, and I just went up, went high in one and two, and got a really good run. So I just kept it up there, and ended up just pulling away from him. And then and Blakey worked his way up through there, and I knew he was catching me about a tenth and a half, about a tenth, half a tenth each lap. But I was just keeping it up top. He was going to catch me at the rate I was going, so I just couldn't tell where exactly to be. My signal guy, Brian Lewis, he wasn't really helping me out too hot tonight down there in the pit. So I have to talk to him this week at the shop, but. Man, I'm just glad I was able to hold him off right there. I went down the bottom, and I don't know what happened to him, but I just ended up pulling away from him. But it was just a pretty good night overall.
Oh, it was a great night, you know, and it's hard to beat Kendall Tucker, man, when he's starting out front one of these races. I know that, yeah, he did run you down there for a second, but it was like after he took that stab at it and he didn't pull it off, you kicked it in high gear, man, and started to check out on him. Did you change something up there, or you just kind of started to focus a little more?
It was more or less really just a setup, man. It just had its times where it just came and went. Once I went to the top, like I said, it really came in, and then the top went away. And then once I moved down to the bottom, after I finally let him catch me, I took it down there, and it really was sticking down there. I don't know if the track rode it up or what, but it was a good night.
Hey man, well, I have fun interviewing as always, and tonight you really dominated it out there here at USA, man, and you got your first win here in the Pro Late Models, but you're no stranger to victory lane, man. Anybody want to thank?
Yeah, I just hate I wasn't really able to run the series. Foolish, it was hard for me to get on Sundays with practice and stuff, but yeah, I really got to give a big shout out to all the guys at 06 Motorsports. And I got to thank Jim Emery for getting this paint job done today. It looks pretty badass. So once again, I should thank you, Jay Weezy, for broadcasting. You're the best broadcaster out there. And thanks all the guys at IDA, Blake, and everybody for putting this on. It's pretty fun to get to do this every week.
Hey man, good job tonight. Congrats on the win.
Appreciate it, bud.
That was your winner, Kendall Tucker. Tonight we got to go pretty quickly, but thanks for watching. And we'll be right back live with the USRL. We're going to Indianapolis, so stay tuned to that. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Everybody, have a good night and keep getting dirty.